it's going to be one of those conversations where I look forward to getting to hear truths, because I have found one or two, and I would like to ask you a question concerning it. Shall we get to it? Yes, please.
Real stories, real people. Nigeriainfo. Let's talk.
All right, so let's talk now, shall we? Now, a lot of you are now very comfortable using POS operators, point of sales attendants. It was an ingenious idea by the banks, and it's not just here in Nigeria. It's across Africa. They popped up like a new flower grass. They just popped up everywhere, and almost, in fact, if you're to visit the Ivory Coast, or you're to visit Ghana, or you're to visit Cameroon, or you're to visit Kenya, it's like you haven't left anywhere. They're very similarly operated here in Nigeria. So people can now readily, as some of you are listening to us now, you probably see one beside you, or maybe as you're driving by, there's an umbrella, somebody comes through and like, okay, all right, let me, join this queue and get 5,000 or 10,000. That was the idea, right? Now, it has changed. And this change was most definitely opportune the occasion by the cash crunch that we experienced last year, when there was going to be a change in the Naira notes. Remember that the rebranding of the Naira notes and all the commotions that caused. So basically, these days, we've heard from authorities that a lot of people are not bringing their money into the banks. So the money is in circulation, right? Money is in circulation, but the claim is that they don't bring as much money to the bank. So it's now within the POS operators who claim that they're buying the Naira notes. So basically, Nigerians have been buying Naira for the better part of a year and 3 months. Basically, Nigerians have been buying Naira. So the idea was a good one. You get to your POS stand, all right. I need 5,000 Naira. Back then, I think 5,000 Naira, if I'm not mistaken, used to cost, I think, 50 Naira for the surcharge. Remember that's what it was, right? 5 Naira, 5,000 Naira, they charge you 50 Naira. And as you go higher, they add, I think, every 5,000 Naira gets 50 Naira or whatnot. But okay, now, here we are, all right? Please. People are now in this space. Remember when people are now using 1,000 Naira to get 5,000 Naira, or maybe 3,000 Naira to get 10,000 Naira, and you were calling the radio station, oh my God, what's going on? Terrible. All right? Terrible. So, I sat down beside a POS person and had a very honest conversation. And I said, look, when I do my transaction, I'm deducted, for smaller amounts. Usually, maybe I get deducted maybe like 12 Naira or 13 Naira. Then for the 5,000 and above, I tend to be deducted like maybe 17 Naira or thereabout. And then this person said, well, okay, if you deduct now, if I do transaction, my operator will deduct for me. The bank too will deduct for me. So that's how, for the services that we are rendering, we have to make a profit. Ladies and gentlemen, my question this morning for these POS attendants and for you listening is this. What needs to be done or can be done to reduce these surcharges that these POS attendants are asking? Right now in Port Harcourt, right? If you're going to withdraw 5,000 Naira, you are charged 150 Naira. Now, some people say, it's fair. It's better than what we used to do those days. That's, talking about last year when people were, trying to do it. 500. I remember once I was 500 Naira when they decided to go, okay, 500 Naira for 5,000 Naira cash. Remember? It was absurd. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I found out that, please correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a POS attendant. I found out that when you withdraw 5,000 Naira, when the person, gets to withdraw that 5,000 Naira from his account to give to you who needs the cash, right? The application usually collects anywhere from 20 naira to 50 naira. Let me say that again. 20 naira, so it can be on record. From what the person showed me, right? 20 naira to 50 naira. So, where then does the remaining 100 naira come from? Because my bank is going to deduct about 20 naira from me for trying to transfer 5,000 naira, sometimes 10 naira. You know what? Whilst we are here, no need to lie. Let's all just look at our apps. All right, all of you, check your text messages. We're not lying to each other today. No. We won't do that. All right. So here we go. All right. So I have a transaction just here, and the minute you do a transaction, you get your debit alert. All right. So I'm just going to quickly open mine. All right, and read it out for you. All right. Read it out for you. Let's just like I said, we're being friendly to each other this morning. So when you withdraw, right, boom, less than 10,000 naira, let's say 10,000 naira, I get 20 naira. Then just because I use the service, there's a certain amount, operation charge or whatever you want to call it, that gets to be deducted, right? That amount is 7 naira on my phone. It's 7 naira on my phone. It is 7 naira. So in total, let's say about 18 naira or 20 naira. And yet, these POS brothers of ours and sisters charge 150 naira. So from 100 naira to 20k, right? They are being charged 20 naira for doing that transaction. They are charged 20 naira. Then from 30,000 naira and above, they charge them 100 naira. So where then, Uncle and Auntie POS, do you guys get the goal to now charge me and every other Nigerian, right? You want to collect 20,000 naira, they tell you bring 400 naira. 30. Sometimes they even charge you 600 naira for 30,000 naira. There are some decent POS operators, or I'm not saying all of them, please. No. I'm not saying all of them. Mm-hmm. So, what do we need to do to bring this rate down? Because if my math is correct, the disparity between the 20 naira that they are charging you and the 150 naira you are charging me is 130 naira. Problem.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
And now, hello Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
So 017-923-0002, 017-923-0007 at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH. Ola is on the line. Ola is speaking to us from LMA. Ola, good morning to you.
Jude, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, you see the problem then. It's not the problem. They are business people. They are not the bank themselves. The bank pay their staff, and you pay transport to go to the bank to do your transaction, and you don't want extra charge. They have done us a lot of favor by going to the bank to bring the cash closer to our door.
Abi?
Withdraw money. These are the excuses. I'm not a serious man. I've done that before, but when I ask questions, and these are the excuses I get. Now, another one is that many of them pay transport from their house to the POS point. So they are not going to survive their feeding, transportation, and all that on your 20 naira charge. So they have to put all those things into consideration. Just like a normal person that goes to Lagos to buy her market, she buy let's say the gari in Lagos for 50 naira, and she comes to Port Harcourt and sell for 80 naira. She consider her transport, her feeding, and other things to put the extra charge on it. So let's just see it from a business perspective. Except for those that are wicked, when you want to withdraw high volume of money and they're charging you extra high instead of a fair one. That's what I have to say.
Okay. All right. Ola in Element says, hey, look, they're bringing the money closer to you, which is a fair point, rather than going to the banks, and being on the queue, at the ATMs, you just walk in. But I know areas where as early as 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, people are already waiting at this POS person's shop, just like they would in a bank. They're queuing because they trust this person will give them, good service. Yes, they trust the person. Israel is on the line. Israel is speaking to us from LM. Let's get to hello to Israel. Israel, good morning to you, please.
Morning.
Good morning. Well, welcome, Israel. What can we do to bring the rates down?
Yes. Is it 93.7?
This is Nigeriainfo, 92.3.
Okay. I'm Israel. I'm calling from 11.
All right.
I've already spoken.
All right, go on.
Yes, my brother, this thing you are talking about, it is because of Nigerian economy, we have no price control.
I see.
And when you are going to bank now, because my wife is one of the POS member, we suffer to get money. Bank, if you have even millions, they will not give you more than 5,000. You will negotiate with the banker before they can give you 10,000. You will even give them something. Most access bank, immediately you get a true alert, they will cut their money. This is where we should go. And when we are getting this money, the people coming here to collect, they can go to bank this morning till down, no money, there's no money. Then the POS go to bank, go to market, and buy money from the sellers and get it into people.
We
of Nigeria and how they are managing is very poor. So things are going worse and worse.
Okay, Israel.
Are you with me?
We heard you loud and clear. So it's not the first time we've heard, and I think even on this show, we've had some of these POS operators call and say, yes, they go out to buy the money. So here's the problem. So they buy the money from whom? It's the marketers, right? The market women that they say, right? Okay, they buy it from them. Now, these same market women, these same petrol pump attendants, these same businesses, whether those people are selling roofing sheets or rods or cement, all right, they sell you the money, no problem. Then how come they too also complain when they want to withdraw the same money? Because yes, you have a business. The money may not come to you all the time. All right.
Nigeriainfo. We'll be right back.
080-6416. We have the headline news coming up very shortly, and just in case you're joining us, I'll get back to the intro again. But we're talking about POS, and my big question this morning is, how can we get those surcharges that we get to be levied for using this particular service, the POS? How can we get them down? Because apparently the demands that we have right now don't seem quite commensurate. Or are they? Maybe Jude is wrong. Jude is always wrong. They may not be commensurate with the service. After all, I'm paying the banks for using their apps and their ATM cards and also maintaining the machine, and then I still have to pay for trying to get the money that I've already worked hard to put in, So there's a lot of payment going on all around. This one says, Jude, it's becoming very vexing. Sometimes you go to some of these places and they tell you flat out, particularly over the weekends, that the rates have increased. Sometimes it's fair, but I think the government needs to be more serious in regulating the actions and activities of these individuals. Remember, they were meant to be by, all registered by the CAC. Remember that? I'll read that report for you. But for now, headline news.
Headline News, Nigeriainfo on
92.3.
Headline News.
Victor Oko Jumbo House of Assembly screens commissioner nominee. Family of two brothers slain by Ospak in Omoku recount ordeal. Woji youths renew calls for justice for two men killed by police. President Tinubu re-elected as ECOWAS chairman. In business, petrol scarcity resurfaces in Lagos, Abuja, others. In sports, Chelsea's new head coach Maresca ready to compete. Fight for titles. In entertainment, Nollywood actress Omani Oboli advises women to always have a source of income. And on the foreign scene, Texas prepares for hurricane. Details will come up in the 12 noon bulletin. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp message to 0808-721-7215. My name is Jude Omamigbi. Thank you for listening and good morning.
Nigeriainfo. Information is a source of development. Stay tuned.
Democracy is the freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Nigeriainfo opens the mic.
All right, so the mic is open. The lines once again 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0007. All right, WhatsApp is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. How can we get the rates, the surcharges being demanded for by POS attendants? How can we bring them lower? 20 naira is what they officially collect from them. That's their business operators, so that's the services that they use, or the machines, and indeed, the apps. All right, I know for the machines they pay. If you didn't know, now let me share. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the money is that high. They pay for those machines that you put in. Some of the providers offer them on a lease. I think they get as much as, if I'm not mistaken, is it 50,000 naira or is it 60 or 70? But they cost some money to get the machine, right? So maybe that's why after they charge 20 naira for every transaction, they now charge you 150 naira. See the Wide berth. Wide berth. It's amazing.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
Udo is in Alu. Udo, good morning to you, please.
Good morning. My name is Precious, calling from Alo.
Welcome, please.
I'm a POS operator.
Okay, talk to us.
Okay. So we take the hassles of going to the bank, and they tell you, I'm just coming from a bank right now, and they told me the maximum they can give me is 10,000.
Okay.
As a POS operator, what do I do with 10,000 naira?
You have a point.
I then resort to buying of cash.
So
from filling stations.
Okay.
From business women.
We
buy 50,500 with pleading, and then 100,000 will buy 1,000. Some of them will charge you 1,200. And then you come back home, you pay transportation, high transportation. What do we do? And then your POS agents will still charge you. How
much?
Minimum.
Okay. How much are you being charged for your transaction for 5,000 naira from your bank operator yourself? How much are you charged?
The minimum is from 7 naira to 20 naira.
Okay. Then after you give the person the money,
depends on the transaction you make.
Okay.
It's 100,000, 200,000. They charge 40 naira, 18 naira.
Okay. So you are saying
why the inflation is because we buy money. We don't get money from the banks, and sometimes it's even the bank managers that are even selling us the money.
Say that again. Say that again,
Yes.
please.
Sometimes it's the bank managers that sell us this money.
They sell the bank. So you've actually bought money from the bank official.
Yes, we buy money from bank workers in the bank.
How much?
When money comes, they just withdraw the money and keep it in their possession, and then sell it to POS operators. But when you go to the counter, they tell you maximum 10,000.
So, but when they want to sell to operators,
it's not our fault.
So wait, hold on. Before I let you go, you are saying that when you get to the bank, sometimes when they want to sell to you,
I didn't get it.
Well, you are saying that it's your submission that when they want to sell to you, some of these bank staff, they will prefer to sell to you than to give the money over the counter.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So maybe that is why you and I are paying 150 naira for every 5,000 naira that we try to get access to. Maybe. I remember, was it Andrew? I think Andrew had a conversation with one of the bank reps a while ago. People are saying, look, you go to the ATMs these days, they don't dispense cash. They really don't. And it's kind of like 2024, July, Nigerians just say, you know what? We have all agreed that we are not going to be using ATMs any longer. We're going to be using POS. If that's the case, then if we are to believe what this first caller or this last caller just made mention, then why then do the banks still charge us for ATM maintenance? Why? Because basically the POS machine is an ATM. So why then are we charged? Is it just me, or I don't know? I don't know anything, sure. David is in the Gruta. David, good morning to you, please.
Yeah, Jude, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, for me, I think I would even like to start by commending these POS operators. I mean, the work they are doing, to me, it's a very sensitive one and has been helping us all these years. You know what I mean? The question you're asking is, how do we regulate their charges, right?
Yeah, how can we just bring it down? Because 20 naira as what they charge them and us being now paying 150, it's a huge disparity.
I agree with you. Well, it all boils down to controlling, or should I say regulating their prices so that they don't just do it like say now them they for the position to do whatever thing they like. For me, it boils down to our financial system. By that I mean the banks and probably central bank, if I should say. So I think central bank. Let me use central bank here. I think they need to step up and do the needful. That is if it becomes necessary. Because for now, I still think that the 100 naira to 150 that they are charging is not bad. I mean, going by what they just said now, the expenses
they go around.
They have to incur to deliver these services. Do you understand? Okay. So for me, I don't think it's an issue. But there's a particular part of this whole POS thing that I think I want to point out. It doesn't necessarily have to do with those of them that are on the streets giving cash. It has to do with when you, like the other day, I went to a barbering salon to barb my hair. I didn't have cash on me. And luckily, the guy pasted his OP and other account numbers on the mirror. So I told him I was going to transfer. Do you know what the guy told me?
What did he tell you?
That if I'm going to transfer, I should also send the charge along. And I'm like, I'm paying you for the services you just rendered to me. So why do I have to put charge for you to withdraw your own money?
Exactly.
Do you understand? So
good
apart
question.
from regulating the pricing they charge to give people cash, I think the abuse too should also be regulated.
Zion is in Jerry. Zion, do you agree with David from Igruta?
Sir, do you know that this action we are discussing now is a criminal offense in this country?
Buying money, yes. It's a crime.
To show that we are now breeding crime and criminality in this country. And we are celebrating it. No, just look at it. It's a law. CBN Act is in contravention for you to sell the currency note or coin. And now we are celebrating it. Mr. President is watching it. The police are saying, see, by right, every POS business should be arrested.
Yeah, that
nobody will speak the truth. I will speak the truth.
That doesn't seem like that's the action that needs to be taken.
Every POS business operator should be arrested and be jailed. And it's a shame that up till now the bank cannot make money available in the account. I told you this thing before. That is deliberate. That is why if you go to the bank today, they will not give you money. Because they are making this also as a business to accumulate more money for that capitalization of 500 billion. I challenge any banker, come and answer me if what I'm saying is wrong. I told you here that even the CBN governor, Tados, is incompetent. I am the only man saying this thing in this country, and nobody has challenged it. And we keep celebrating crime and criminality every day in this country. Are we criminals?
I don't think
Why
we
are we like this now?
I don't think we are.
For 5,000 naira, they will collect 200 naira from you. 10,000, they will collect 400 naira from you.
But Zion, what then should we do to bring, first and foremost, the rates? Because that business itself is a global thing. It's like when you travel to a foreign country, you come down, there's a POS stand. You exchange your naira for their CDs or their CFAs. It's regulated.
No, it is two different things. When you are doing an exchange, this is an exchange. If you go to Ghana, right from the Kumasi there, Accra there, they will change you. Kumasi will change. If you are changing the naira to CDs or CDs to naira, it's been done. Even as a border.
Oh dear. Zion, please call back. Christmas is in Rumo Krushi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, I want to just give my own contribution.
Yes, please. Well,
now, the first question is, why is it that when you go to bank, the only money you can access is 5,000 naira? Why?
That's a big question now.
you want to withdraw money, the highest you can get from bank is 5,000. And you then want a POS person that buys that money to do what? To give you for free? I don't understand. Should they give you for free? What they bought? They go to this station, they go to market women and get this money and pay huge amount of money for it. And you don't want them to make profit for it. When we are saying arrest them all, now still we go cry. Because when we're on the street, we don't see where to get money. We'll cry for scarcity of funds.
But you know one of the reasons.
Now,
wait, hold on, sir.
Somebody was talking about. Somebody was saying he went to cut his hair and the barber said he should put charge. But should I let us know something? Do you know that if your money is 200 naira and you don't have cash, and it's a privilege for you to send to the person's either OPay or PayPay, okay, and then you send in that money, sir, do you know that they are going to charge him for receiving that amount? Your money is 200 naira. Do you know when he receives that credit alert, the money will no longer be 200 naira?
But once again, when you yourself use that medium, are you not debited as well? You are debited. So everybody's debited for using the bank. Hello? Say it again. Even you, when you transfer the money, your bank, when I transfer money, my bank tells me, oh, I've transferred 2,000 naira. After I've transferred the 2,000 naira, guess what? I get another text. We have removed 7 naira, or be 10 naira rather, for surcharge, whatever the surcharge is. So everybody goes around that same thing. So why then do I have to pay for the same service that you two are meant to be paying for?
That money you have paid into my account, remember, I would still need it cash. I would still go and withdraw it and still pay charge for it. And I would still be debited by banks for it.
Fine. Me too. I also need the same cash. So why do I have to pay for your own and my own as well? Yes. Are we not communicating? POS charge ranges from charging the POS machine with fuel, not fuel, fuel of 800 naira. Bam. Bank officials selling currency. Bam. Many bank officials now own POS stands. So Jude, note, many of them, they don't even buy the currency. Bam. All right. Thank you very much. Our message is from WhatsApp. Yes. Okay, all right. There's a complaint here. I can't read this now. I can't see the voice now. I have to address this. Okay. Joe says, Jude, the problem is that the government needs to control these banks. Why is that we cannot get any money from the ATM? POS should be for the hinterland, the remote villages. POS that's meant to be for the hinterland and remote villages has now become our only source of getting money. These things that make the POS to source for money elsewhere and give it to their customers. It is very unfortunate. Dude, it's like NNPC that sells petrol for between 590 and 610, and then the independent marketer sells at 720 and 750 pump price. Where are they buying their own products? Is it not from NNPC? Then where is the difference in prices and the margin is higher? This is what we see in Nigeria. Joe, Great Favor is on NTA Road. Good morning to you. Welcome, please.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
The truth is that things are not working well in Nigeria. We implement laws and not follow it up. Just as Mr. Zion said that this POS operator should be arrested, they and the bank manager should be arrested as well. How come they are selling the money for the POS operators? And those hidden charges that banks are charging, whenever you do a transfer, they charge you. There's an amount they charge you 15 naira.
20, yeah.
For something transaction. They'll charge if you go through your online banking, you see so many hidden charges that they don't even let you know about it. You don't even receive debit alert for it. But at the end of the day, it's selling on the masses. So if government is doing the right thing, they should arrest all those people. Because our government does not do the right thing, that's why things are being porous everybody is just taking laws into his or her hands. How can POS operator? There is one police station at NTA Road. When you want to buy fuel, when you are getting with your ATM card, the woman will charge you extra 100 naira. Why? I asked the woman why. You say the POS operator is charging her, so she has to charge us that money. Is it fair? You are not doing the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. You can hear the passion in his voice. You can blame him. Can't blame him because it really can be vexing. Like somebody said, you go to cut your hair, the number is there. Now let's not forget. I think what a lot of you have forgotten, what a lot of us too have forgotten, is that we are meant to be in a system where we use less cash. It is designed so that you don't carry physical cash, paper, in your back pockets. So maybe the challenge is that we're still far away from the implementation of digitization, right? And then the resolution to not carry cash. I have friends who have not used any Naira note, to purchase recharge card since 2019. They have not. So if more and more people were like that, maybe the demand for cash will be less. But then again, you still demand for cash, and that's where the problem lies. Or is that I don't have sense? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, as always, we would definitely look forward to getting an expert to try and help us explain these things so that we can give clarity to a conversation. This is just basically a vox pop. Let me hear from you. What do you guys think? How can we bring the prices down? Somebody said they use generators to charge the POS machine, so they have to collect, they have to make money. And you heard one of the POS operators, they have to go and source for cash, and then transportation fees as well. What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003. At Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH. It's where you find us on Facebook and on X. I'm going to get there right now. At Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. Please, let's just quickly get there and join the platform, join the conversation. Let's find out what's going on, how you feel about the POS operators. Like I said, Oh, remember last year? Was that just before the election or just after the election? There were so many skits and videos depicting how influential POS operators were at that time. Big money movers. Okay. Mike says, Jude, the issue is that we, the POS agents, cannot get money from the bank. And you know how things are now in Nigeria. If your POS agent will pay for your stand, if you're a POS agent, you pay for your stand. We pay for revenue. We feed. We buy money. We expect us to charge peanuts. Mike, in New Road. Mike, obviously, we don't expect you to charge peanuts and not be able to meet your obligations. But then again, some people feel that those charges are a bit on the high side, right? A bit on the high. It's kind of like, when people are charging 700 naira, 1,000 naira those days for 5,000 naira or 6,000 naira, when it's now started to drop, you're like, okay, it's okay, we can manage it now. Still doesn't mean it's proper. So there are a few things here wrong. Angelo says, good morning, Jude. The biggest truth has to be told. The reason why we have these problems is twofold. Number one, the banks have failed Nigerians without a shadow of a doubt. Go to so many banks, many of them will hoard the money and then give out the money to either POS operators or certain clients who will offer them some tips. If you want 1 million, for example, you are likely to find. But if you want 20,000, you will not find. The banks will not give you. Why? Because that person who is giving them 1 million, who's collecting 1 million, will probably give them 5,000 naira as thank you for coming. Yeah, that's what people call it. Thank you for coming. Maybe Judy's in the wrong business. All right, I blame the CBN and I blame the federal government. The regulations that they have placed is not working well. If not, so many of these bank operators should be in prison right now for sabotaging the economy. Interesting. On POS charges, indeed, we are all genuinely doing rightly. If we are all genuinely doing rightly, all transactions electronically will be to a great extent. The telecoms should make network efficient. I don't have business with bulky cash except petty cash. Banks should register some POS as mini banks and make cash available to them to reduce excessive charges. Ernest, you people have sense. Thank you.
Across the bridge, there's no more sorrow.
Glorious exits with gratitude to God and in total submission.